I have never thought alchemy particularly dangerous before, but I see now why it was once so feared. An alarmingly powerful art. There's a good reason alchemists must be licensed before they can practice. Would you consider yourself licensed at the moment? That's a special circumstance. By all rights, we should be dead, so I doubt it matters now. I guess it's a good thing I called it the mortal coil. It's as if they knew. Here we are. Get our salty glyph going. Probably a couple of these. Let's see how this goes. The unit is this. Whew. It's definitely a two-parter. That's tough. So that means we can't just do my normal where I'll shove like a salt glyph right before it gets shoved into the into the chain, because it'll turn it. It has to be salt before it gets added. What else should I see here? These go back and forth and are added here. Really, it's just in pairs of this and this and salt. I really wish there were two of these, but I guess we can make do. But really, we want to make pairs, I believe. So this would be in the middle of, I'm assuming, two different grippers to make the two sides. And then how do we keep it so that it's alternating? That's tough. I actually don't know. Do you write the code twice and just alternate it manually? Is there a way to not do that? So my first thought is that we have one just making a bar over and over and over again, and have the same thing going on at the bottom. This is the instinct. Doesn't mean it's totally right. Let's shift the numbers just so they're together. 1 and 2, then 3 and 4. This way it alternates this, then this. I really do need to think through the solution first before I just kind of hit the ground running. I feel like a lot of the ones before have been really intuitive answers, where like you can kind of go with it and it'll work out. It might be a little extra, but you're not gonna hit a wall. But I think last time I learned you will hit a wall, so it's best to plan it out. If it picks it up here, can it just go minus minus? Swing it once to the right? What does that look like? Well, we definitely need to start with this side, I think. Then we need a separate gripper. Start moving it to the right. But I think this one's gonna have to be a piston gripper. On a track. Yeah. This is gonna make this thing. And how do you get it so it bonds only these ways? Well, this will have to go back. When it releases it, that's when 6 can grab it, I believe. It has to go back twice. Drops it off. And these have to be pluses. Let's try that again. When it goes back, it'll be gripping it here. And it goes minus, minus. Repeat what it did last time, but swing it the other way. And then we can go back to its original position. If we make it this one, then it actually doesn't go back to its original position. The whole thing is now based off of 5. Getting into this groove here. I'm not 100% sure if that's kind of what we want to do. It'd be faster if we had 2 grippers doing it. Yeah, the long solution I can think of here is that 5 is going to attach the fire, then 2 salts, and then the fire. That is so slow. And it's going to end up with a solution that's like out to here with its answer. I think the idea would work, but I'm not 100% sure this is the way we want to do it. So I'm going to actually start over, because I think with this base, it's the solution that's going to happen. Start again. What is another way we can do this? Because last time my crazy loop made the worst solution. So I'm not sure if I trust myself with that kind of like, this is what happened last time, is I used the track to make a circle that looked like, well, slightly less crazy, but this is what it looked like. And it kept running into itself on the track. And unless I programmed it really nicely, I don't know if this will really be a great answer. Because if I put this in the middle, it'll get swung around in all kinds of ways that we don't really want it to be. If we had 2 grippers, would that make it more reasonable? Maybe. What would it... I say I'm not going to do it, but then I feel like it's a challenge, so I should do it. If one picked it up, let's just test this really quick. Maybe it doesn't need to be on a track at all. I'm creating the same solution as last time. What if the alternation happens here instead? This can't be on the track. But it can move like that. Okay, so the difference in my mind here is that instead of having two be centralized here like the last time and pulled, what if just alternating this and then a salt were put on instead? The alternation happens on the bonding spot, not while it's getting bonded to the rest of the like massive thing. I don't know if that makes total sense what I just said, but I'm gonna go with it. This one would have to be a piston, it feels. So that you can grab it and then drag it through the salt. Right? Ooh. This whole system makes at least these two bottom ones pretty easily. So it's going to be the flipping and acrobatics of another group here to make this happen. How is that gonna happen? Because they'll always come out in this orientation every time. Technically be this. Which one's cheaper? 20. This is still cheaper. This might end up being a piston arm. But for now, we're going to use the track. Yeah, it's 100% going to be a piston arm. So before I start programming it, let's throw this on. Let's see, the last thing to touch it. Could pick it up here and just start going to the right. So maybe we're just gonna want to move like a little bit, like a cute little 2 to the right, and then come back. Once it's back, then it can pick it up was a little worried we wouldn't have enough space here. I think I meant this one. So I do think that this one's gonna have to be a little bit further out. Because if I don't want it to bond early. This is this one, so we want it to be here. It just keeps moving it forward because of this, right? But this is the right shape. Boom. Boom. It actually can pivot it one less, I think. Almost the right shape. Nope, it had to do one more. Well, in that case, you might as well go the other way. That's why. What if we had two tracks? We had this one and then we had one on the top to make this go not slow. Maybe? Sure, let's try it. So let's reprogram this so that they are alternating. Because that's not a bad idea at all, right? I don't think it can pull one to itself. Makes me think it has to be at this orientation. It's the same problem both ways. I don't know how we're not gonna end up bonding stuff with the zigzag pattern. So it does need to wait a little bit. Okay, a lot of it. That ain't working. Well, for one, I think 3 could start earlier. Wait, that was good. I think this is kind of where I want it to go. Yeah. because we want 1 and 3 to repeat itself after it's done. So when can 1 do its thing again? Can pick it up here and move it up. Right then. And then when is the soonest moment that 3 can start working again? Maybe here, let's see how that goes. One's gotta wait. Okay, this is the end of the whole cycle because this is gonna be 2 of each. Except I realize that these can switch. Because we want it to be alternating, which is the whole point. There, that one goes. Okay, this is totally what we want. So when can 4 start going again? Here's when it picks up. It goes 3 to the right and comes back. And then 5 we'll have to figure out as well. Probably when it releases here, I think. This will be the last one. Oh geez, it never reset at all. Oof. 5 is gonna be the problem child. Look how far out that is. There's gotta be a faster way than that to do this. Okay, so for 1, we need this to be linked somehow. Six might just have to move this stuff along. This is not my greatest solution. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, that cost. It's all the pistons. I think both 5, 4 doesn't need to be a piston arm. Well, that helps. Let's check. Okay, that was like 20 cheaper, that's fine. I think this is pretty different than a lot of my other solutions, so I feel quite okay with this being how this is gonna work. Yeah, I think it looks pretty different for my type of solution. Maybe not, but I'm happy with it. Imagine though, if ordinary people could use alchemical engineering in the service of their own well-being. I'm not at all certain that would go well. Besides, even an alchemist can't reverse the momentum of the world. But if it were a group of alchemists all working to the same end, that's the tough part. Things could change dramatically. Perhaps. But I very much doubt you could get two alchemists to agree on anything, let alone many of them. Well said, Anataeus.